Alright guys, in this video we're ranking all 22 planes in War Tycoon. Yeah, that's right, 22. They're just thinking to themselves, oh, should we add some more guns? Should we listen to the community? I don't know, maybe we should add a new ship or a new armoured car. That one guy. Oh, let's add another plane.
Oh, wow, that's a genius idea. Why not add about 40 of them while we're in it?
Anyway, because there are so many planes, I'm going to cut out a few of these just so we can sort of get into it quicker. And just before I start, I want to talk about the upgrade system. So pretty much, planes can range from level 0 to level 9. You upgrade them manually by upgrade points. I'm not really going to go into much detail, but as you can see, my F-35 here is level 9. You get 3 upgrades on speed, health, and armament. And what it does is it increases them by 10%, 20%, 30%. And it's just all off the original. So like the original F-35 is 300, 10% is 330, 20% is 360, and 30% is 390. So that's pretty much what the upgrade system is. And I'll be saying the speeds as like, say for the P-51, it's 205 to 226. That means minimum and maximum. And also, tank turrets can down do a maximum of 1300 damage. So keep that in mind when I'm saying health. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to try and get through everything as fast as possible to save you guys time. Bottom play is P-51, 205 to 266 miles an hour, 650 to 845 HP, 20mm cannons, and 50 caliber machine gun. It has the zoom feature. Nothing special about that, so I'm just going over it really quick. It's basically the Super Stallion, but it's a plane. 245 to 318 miles an hour, 1300, so that's a tank hit, to 1690 HP. And it has this minigun here. Obviously, it's got a VTOL, as you can tell, if that's what you want to call it anyway. It has zoom, 4 barrel or crate holders, so that's really good of it. Yeah, it does have a rear gunner, so if you've got any friends, you can use that. And it has got flares. So as you can see here, this poor Foxtrot here is a 0 rebirth. I'm going to go and be a complete bully and go above his base. Let's press G, and already look at that, I'm fine. Sort of. It's so long look at the last day. The poor guy thinks a riot shield's going to save him, but it's not. So yeah, it flies like a plane as well. So it's not the best, and not really that good either. If you really want to see the back machine gun, then here you go. Wow, I've never been more amazed in my life. Right, next up is the B-29. So as you can see, it's a very big plane. It actually spawns outside of the hangar. It goes 228 to 286 miles an hour, 1800 to 2340 HP, which is really high. It's got an AI-controlled machine gun, as you might see in action if you go past anything. It is a World War II plane, so it doesn't have any flares, which means it's pretty vulnerable. But you can just hold down your left click button and destroy a shield like that. I think that's like a normal 4000 health shield just there. But yeah, that's the only weapon it's got, apart from the AI machine gun. Fuck. Anyway, that's the end of the B-29, because I'm dead. Okay, it's just gonna make me suffer. Yeah, it is pretty cool in the sense of a bomber, but it just doesn't have flares. It doesn't have a manual machine gun that you can control. And to be fair, the AI machine gun is only really good if it's coming straight at you. If you're in a turn battle, they're just not going to hit any of the shots. It just becomes useless after that. Alright, next we've got the MiG. It was one of the first planes added, and it's still pretty terrible. So it does have 6 missiles, but they hardly do any damage. It goes 275 to 357 miles an hour, 680 to 884 HP, 30mm autocannon, and 6 air-to-air missiles, like I said before. It is a modern fighter jet, so that means it has zoom, ejection, and flares, as you can see. But yeah, it's sort of decent against planes and really shit actually against like tanks and anything on the ground. And now I've got the Stuka. The main reason this is liked is because of its nice dive bombing sound, which I'll show you in a minute. It goes 205 to 266 miles an hour, which is the standard for a fighter ground attack sort of World War II plane. It goes 700 to 910 HP. That came out wrong. 7.92 machine guns here, and an AI rear gunner, just like the B-29. We didn't get a chance to see that one in action last time, so we might try and see it this time maybe. So yeah, the bomb does a lot to tanks, but sadly, it's got pretty shitty splash. That did kill him that time, so that's a really bad time for that to actually work. But yeah, unless you direct hit on a tank, then it's pretty useless. But I also might just show you what it does to a shield. If I can actually see it, I suppose. Oh wait, I can see the AI gunner in action here. Unless the guy just got out of it, yeah, look there. I don't know what we're firing at. There you go, down there. Just going to drop the bomb so you can see the damage. This is a 10,000 shield. I'm pretty sure that said 1,000 there. We'll just jump down here and check though. What are we on? So it did. Oh no, that did 2,500. Yeah, it did 2,500 to the shield then. All right, next we've got another modern fighter jet. There's the F4. Quite a unique one. This it has napalm bombs. Never seen that. Pretty much, if you don't know what they are, they're just fire bombs. Like they're mainly good for killing infantry, really. So we're just gonna put it in front of this plane here. It seems a bit weird to do it, but it's worth seeing, isn't it? Wait, no. Right, we're gonna test it in a dogfight, even though I just lost half my health, so I can see around. What more than that? Oh wait, look. Never mind. That's because we hit it with a bomb, though. I'm pretty sure that that bomb direct hit the plane then, which is actually pretty funny, to be honest. I don't think I've ever actually done that. Good at infantry, but that's about it, really. The missiles do not do that much damage. They do like 150 each, and you only get 2 of them. So it is pretty bad, but it's also, it can be quite fun to use the napalm bombs. I think we're a bit low on parts for the next. Oh wait, no, we're not. Main advantage of the next one is that it only requires 1 of each part, and it's actually decent as well. It's the Spitfire, and it's. Never mind. Now, some of you are going to cry if it's too low, and some of you are going to cry if it's too high. That's why I put it pretty much in the middle. First, we're just going to try and kill all these planes that we've got here. Alright, so they just sort of crashed into each other. Either way, they technically lost a 1v3 against the Spitfire. So this, sadly, is a World War II plane, which is why it's so low on the list, because it can just get taken out by a CRAM or some missiles. But apart from that, it's pretty good. The machine guns are Browning and, 20mm cannons. So they do a lot of damage, as you've just seen. It's got 750 to 950 HP. And it goes 205 to 266 miles an hour. It's also got zoom. Yeah. Amazing feature zoom. Right, F-16. Give that a try. So yeah, 280 to 364 miles an hour, 750 to 975 HP. 20mm autocannon. It's got flares, which is a good thing, I suppose, because I'm getting targeted. It's got 4 air-to-air missiles and 2 bombs. And while we're waiting on parts, you guys should comment potato in the comments, so I know that you're still here after about 10 planes. And you should also subscribe as well, because it's my first video back to the channel, and I'm sure you guys want to motivate me to stay here, because right now I just want to quit, because I have to record this thing about 3 times, and it's very, very annoying. Right, F117 Nighthawk. Goes 290 to 377 miles an hour, so it's actually pretty fast. It's got 750 to 975 HP, and it's got 2 laser bombs. Now, we've never seen these before. Well, you might have done if you'd used it, but pretty much they're lock-on bombs, if you want to put it like that. As you see, it's a white circle here. If we go over a ground vehicle, you'll see it change to like a green circle. Can't see any. Oh, there we go. There's a ground vehicle. I'm just tapping it twice, and because it's a small one, it might have killed it in one. There you go. So it's not really ideal because it's only got 2 bombs. There are better bombers with these in the game. But yeah, it does have stealth and ejection. So I can just press T, and then that's it. CRAMs or lock-on missiles cannot lock onto me. So that's pretty cool. But obviously, it's still pretty bad in the sense that if anyone's like competent enough with the machine gun, they can take you out pretty easy. Like there's some planes which are good at some things and a little bit worse at the other things. This is decent at killing ground vehicles, but physically can't attack air vehicles unless you drop a bomb on it. Right, again, this is one of the first planes added. It used to be one of the best, but now it's in the top 15 because there's that many planes been added. So it goes 285 to 370 miles an hour. The health is 700 to 910. It's got a 20mm autocannon, as you can see here. It's got 4 of these multi-use missiles, and obviously it's got zoom, flares, and ejection. They do a lot of damage, so they're actually like really useful. This guy's got a bit of lag. Yeah, look, 200 damage, that's pretty good. Alright, next we've got the Harrier. Alright, so the main thing about the Harrier, which makes it better than the F-14, is that it's British. Only joking, there's actual reasons for it. So it goes 265 to 344. Its health is 720 to 936. It's a plane. And these cannons absolutely shred, as you just saw. So it's got these 4 general lock-ons, a bit like the F-14. It has zoom, ejection, and flares like every other modern plane. But also, the main thing is, it has VTOL. Probably my favourite thing about this is that it has VTOL. But yeah, the VTOL is amazing, especially if you want to learn how to use it. So say you're going to buy the F-35 soon, and this is just a great way to learn to use it. Right, near it's got the F-22 11th place. It's got 4 air lock-ons, 2 bombs. So it's pretty much like the F-16, but it's got slightly better health than that. Yeah, it goes 305 miles an hour to 396, and its health is 850 to 1105. So yeah, pretty mid-plane. Not quite made it into the top 10. I think it's a lot better in real life than these guys make it out to be. It just can't be that good because otherwise it'd be better than the F-35, wouldn't it? So, and now we're on to the Su-25 Frogfoot. I haven't used it that much, but from the time I have used it, I'd say it's pretty good. 260 to 338 miles an hour. And this is the main thing, its health is 1050 to 1365, which is the same as an F-35, meaning that it can tank a tank hit. See what I did there? Very funny. And so it's got a 30mm autocannon, as you can see here. It's got 10 unguided rockets, which is what's really weird about this. It's got 2 air lock-ons, and it's got 2 bombs. But yeah, the main thing about it is the 10 unguided rockets, because we've never seen that on a plane before. And if you don't know, they're just really useful at hip firing. Say you see a tank, you can just offload all your missiles at him in one go, and then drop the bombs. Yeah, there's no one around for me to test this on, so we're just going to settle with it's probably good. It's just a bit sad that it's a wheel spin weapon, though, isn't it? Not weapon, plane. Yeah, it's just a bit depressing what they decide to do with these things. Oh, look at this, an amazing plane. Yeah, you're going to have to play 200 days in a row to get that, sorry. I just got lucky with it. Next, we've got the Jas 39 Gripen. I think I said that right. My German audience will correct me there, I think. Goes 265 to 344 miles an hour, 750 to 975 HP, 27mm cannon, 2 air-to-air missiles, 8 fire and forget missiles, and 3 bombs. That was a mouthful. So you might be wondering, what are fire and forget missiles? Pretty much, they're like the AVX's things. I do find them a bit weird. I'm not really fully figured out how to use these yet. Alright, here you go. Here's the fire and forget. They're like little drone things. They look for a vehicle and they lock onto it. I've never seen these actually work, to be honest, but they're meant to be pretty good. Alright, there it is. We're just going to fire our fire and forgets. And as you see, we do like 100 and something damage. Not that bad. As long as there's a vehicle there, I suppose it does damage. Right, now in 8th place, we've got the F-18. And we've also just had a bomb dropped on us by the B-2, I think. Which, yes, I don't have it, but you can see that dropped it on my shield. And it did 42% to this. So, you can see it's pretty powerful. So yeah, this is the F-18, it does 280 to 364 miles an hour, 800 to 1040 HP. It's got this 20mm autocannon right here. It's got 4 multi-use missiles and 4 bombs, so that's pretty powerful. Just a bit more powerful than the F-16 and the F-22. So yeah, the F-18 is a pretty decent plane. You might as well get it. Don't see why not. Alright, next we have the Euro. So this is a European plane, as you can see. I think it's a collaboration one. It goes 300 to 390 miles an hour, 800 to 1040 HP. It's got this 27mm cannon here. It's got 4 air-to-air and 2 air-to-surface missiles. But the reason this is good, I did actually do a video with this about killing tanks, because you can press both of them at the same time. So we'll just imagine there's a tank there. You just press F and T at the same time. Alright, now in 6th place we have the Dark Star. It is a really, really fast plane. I've done one upgrade on it, and I managed to get the speed up to 385. But it ranges from 330 up to 429. It's the only plane we've got that goes for 400 miles an hour. Obviously, in real life, it's a lot more than that, but you know. It's also very quiet. It's got stealth and ejection, and it has 8 lock-on missiles. It's just a shame it doesn't have any more, like, other features, like a cannon or anything like that, or actual flares. So yeah, it's got 900 to 1170 HP. I just think it's really good against Zumwalts. That's what I think about it. It's really good against Zumwalts, because you can just hit your stealth. It can't really hit you with the air-to-air. It might hit you with a wide-guided. I don't fully know the stats of that. But yeah, I've just seen that it's pretty good against the Zumwalt. And you see, just 5 of them managed to kill whatever that tank was. I think it was a low sat. I don't know my tanks, me. I have completely lost track of tanks. So yeah, it's a pretty good plane. It'd just be better if it had like a Gatling gun or some sort of gun on it. Alright, and now I've got a new plane. There's probably been about 7 new planes since this video, so. F-15E Strike Eagle. 260 to 338 miles an hour. 828 to 1066 HP. Battle of Hastings. 4 air-to-air and 4 air-to-surface missiles. So it's a bit like the Euro in terms of missiles. And it's got zoom, ejection, and flares. Just like I said with the Euro, you can fire both of these at the same time, say like at a tank or something. Obviously you hit fire in the air ones, but still it can do pretty well. Once again, just for example's sake, I'm going to show you this on Bravo's shield. Just press F and T, F and T, F and T, like that. But yeah, it's a pretty good plane. They've actually added a plane that's decent, so that's good. And as you can see, all 4 of them just took out a low stat again. Don't know what beef this guy's got with me, but I'm not complaining. And now we've got one of my probably personal favourites. That's, definitely personal favourite. It was my personal favourite anyway, but since the new thing they've added, it's now just even more good. It's the A10. It goes 250 to 325 miles an hour, 850 to 1105 HP, so quite high. 30mm Gatling gun, 2 air-to-air missiles, so not so strong on that. But it has 4 smart bombs. Do you remember this was on that other plane before? I forgot which one it was. The one with the 2 laser bombs. Well, this has got 4 of them. So that means it can pretty much take out any tank, I think. I've never come across a time where I haven't taken out a tank with all 4 of them. Now, so you might be thinking, well, before you did it with 4 missiles, what's the difference is going to be if you use 4 bombs? But obviously, if I'm high up like this, as you see, I can go like a good 1,000 feet up, or however high this is meant to be. And I can just, as soon as that goes green, I can just spam B. They won't even see me, and they'll be dead. That's why this is so much more powerful than using missiles. Alright, that wasn't a tank, but you get my point. It's still, they didn't even see me and they're dead. They might think, oh, look at that, there's an A10. But then they're just dead right after. So yeah, it's a very good plane. It's definitely one of my favourites. If it weren't for the other 3 on this list, I would put it at the top. Again, thanks to Charlie for giving me this plane for this video. And you can see it's quite big. This is it on the runway in front of the hangar. Quite a big plane. Now then, trying to get this off the runway could be another challenge in itself. Right, there we go. This should now let's take. There we go. I managed to take off in the B2. As you see, this thing is absolutely enormous. It has a health of 2700 to 3510 HP, which is absolutely insane. It's got 24 bombs and stealth and ejection, and it goes 255 to 339 miles an hour. But yeah, the bombs are the real highlight of this because they've got such a big splash. Apparently, they can kill people in the bunker. Look at that drop speed. See that? How quickly it killed it? I didn't even bother looking at who I was aiming at there. I mean, these 3 of the bombs, there's 24 of these things. It's 24 bombs in this. Obviously, against air vehicles, it's not doing that well because it's just got 24 bombs. But it's just how good it is against ground. I mean, you saw the splash before on the F-16 or whatever it was. And it's just amazing. I really wish I had this thing. I'm probably being a bit biased because I don't have it. But it is an amazing big plane. And you know what? I don't think I could do this properly without just taking out the shield of this. So let's do it. There's also 2 people down there. We'll see how easily we can kill them. Holding it down now. It did damage to both of them. And oh wait, it did more than... It just wiped out the shield in like 5 hits. I swear that was on full as well. Boy, I'm being attacked a bit by that. So we'll just... Yeah, there's no other way to describe this than absolutely amazing. It's one of the best... Well, it is the best bomber in the game. It's better than the A10 slightly, yeah. Alright, so once again, thank you to Charlie for that. And now we're on to the SU-57. We're nearly at the best. We're nearly there, guys. Stay strong. So the speed is 290 to 377. The health is 850 to 1105. It's got a 30mm autocannon, 6 multi-missiles, and 2 bombs. Pretty cool plane. It's the second best in the game. Honestly, I really want to say that A10 is better than it. But that's just me being biased, I think. So I'm going to hit fire some of them. And yeah, look at that. 4 missiles and it's dead. Right, and you probably worked it out, but in first place is the F-35. I think they can't make anything better than this, really, just because it'd be unfair and there'd be a lot of people crying. The 2000 Robux Game Pass isn't the best in the game, so obviously the F-35's got to be the best in the game. 300 to 390 miles an hour, 1050 to 1365 HP, so it can survive a tank shot. 25mm Gatling gun, 6 multi-missiles and 4 bombs. It's got zoom ejection and flares as usual, but this has hover, as you can see like this. Like I mentioned with the Harrier, Harrier's good practice for this. Yeah, obviously, you can say the B2 is the best bomber. You can say the A10 is the best at, like, you know, killing tanks and that. Personally, I prefer the A10, but I think the F-35 is just really good. They're never going to get anything better than it, unless, like, make it free, which means a lot of people complain. So yeah, F-35, it is the best plane in the game. Now then, I did do a poll recently. Not many people have got a chance to look at it yet, but I said basically, do you prefer these kind of ranking videos, or do you prefer the tier list ranking videos? And there's only like 6 votes, so I'm not really counting anything just yet. But I will redo this as a tier list video, if that's what people prefer. And it'll also be a lot easier and quicker to make, so if you do prefer them to these, then I will definitely do it. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. And as long as this video gets some good support, then I will come back to YouTube. But then also, if it gets like 200 views and no one really cares, I'm probably going to just not bother with this again. So, Make it count, guys. Share the video.